What's up, man? Tate.
Steeler Nation, Homie Nation, what's happening? Thank you for joining us for the last episode of 2024 on the Homies Podcast on the Steel Curtain Network, brought to you by the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your homie, your boy Tate, one of your hosts. We got the other homies here. We got Big G in the building. What's up, Big G?
Man, what's cracking, man? I appreciate y'all coming on early today. I got some unfinished business here in about an hour and a half.
Don't say it. Pay said you was gonna say it. Don't say it.
I just said I got some unfinished business in about an hour and a half.
Nobody need to know what your unfinished business is. Nobody need to know what's going on in an hour and a half. Nobody need to know nothing.
Okay, got you.
You said you weren't gonna say it.
Yep. No bias for me, buddy. Just read the background and you'll figure it out.
Pay, what's happening, man?
I'm good, man. What's up with this get up? You in the future? What's happening? You in the TVA?
I'm in the living room, man. I'm at my sister and brother-in-law house. They went to the Magic game, man. I had a stomach virus yesterday, man, and it ain't been good. Well, I'm okay now, but I didn't want to risk it going to the Magic game, having to try and get up all them steps to get to a bathroom and stuff like that. TMI, but that's what's going on.
Pay, he didn't know what the TVA was. He didn't know what the TVA was.
He definitely missed it. He introduced the show, the last show of the 2024. So I'm like, my man, he doing something different with time, huh?
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, he missed
my last show. Yeah. I did miss it. Last show of 2023.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about, did I have a futuristic Christmas tree back there or something, man? I didn't know what you was talking about.
Man, I just want to know some. Give me some lottery numbers. Why you in the future, man? Just help me out.
Chip it back.
B Dirt, what's good, man?
Well, it's the start of a good weekend if you listen to Pay Dirt. Notre Dame crushing Oregon State 40-8 for the 1-0.
Break shoes. Break shoes. Beat down.
Is that the game y'all picked?
That was my first pick of the weekend, yeah.
So what else did y'all pick? Anything coming up?
Something that Big G might actually put a smile on his face for.
What'd you do?
I got a little money on at 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay, yeah.
I
ain't saying that. I ain't saying that.
I don't know what happens at 8 o'clock. I don't know what B Dirt talking about.
I don't know. Check the props.
So hey,
I go 2-0. That's what happens.
Yes, sir.
Get your homie nation algorithms up, man. Salute them, man. You go both ways. Let them know it.
Hey, man, you could kill that both ways nonsense.
Big G, you said it. I didn't say it.
Hey, man, you could kill it. Hey, man, but I got to point out what somebody said in the live chat, man. They said that they don't under AFL 67 said, "Gee, I'm with you. I can't understand how 140 people can be in the chat and only 35 likes. That's ridiculous." I'm not going to call it ridiculous. I'm just saying, get the algorithms up, man. We appreciate everybody that's rocking with us, man. People are loyal and faithful. Watch us every week. We appreciate it. But if you're here and you're going to sit for an hour, hit the like button. It's easy to do. It's a fair thing to do. Or if you don't like us, hit the down arrow. Hit the down. Say we suck. Hey, either way, I like the appreciation. Either way, good or bad, I ride with us.
Thanks, AFL.
Oh, hit him with it. R2D2 in the house.
I don't know if he got it.
No, I heard him.
Hey, and B-Dirt, I got to tell y'all.
From location in Florida this week.
Hey, man, I got my first fine on Wednesday, y'all, Pay and B-Dirt. I talk without the mic on.
I did it on Running Through the Jungle, and Tim immediately said, "Fine."
Oh, he
That's
got
the wrong show, Tim.
Tate got me, man. I was salty.
Yeah,
like,
Shannon,
man, he got me.
Shannon didn't want you to have to pay your fine, man. He was trying to let you off lightly.
That's all right. I don't know who's got more in the pay in the fine jar between you and Pay. It's up there for both of them.
I probably got more. I probably got more mute fines, but Pay definitely got the most technical difficulty fines.
Oh yeah,
and I've got the most absentee fines.
Yeah,
which to
yours
me,
is triple B Dirt. Triple fine.
because B Dirt got the most fines for what?
Absenteeism.
Absentee.
Oh yeah,
No call,
see
no
what I mean?
shows. Call offs. He be calling
Yeah,
off, dog.
so B Dirt Cole missing the whole show.
Yep.
Pay over here having technical difficulties. All I do is I didn't hit the mute button because I'm trying to hit the mute button so it's quality and you don't hear my background. So, but Pay just come on with his R2D2 every week. B Dirt might miss every third show. I mean, come on, man. I don't need to have the most money in the pay.
So what you're telling us is the easiest thing to do is the hardest thing for you to do.
The easiest thing to do.
No. I don't want to hear your BS. You over here trying to throw us underneath the bus, throwing us underneath the bus while you saying, well, I mess up just because my fat thumbs can't hit the button in time. But get it together. How about that? Everybody get it together.
I tell you what my fat thumbs can do. They can ball up into a big fist and hit you
and
right
do what
in your
with
head.
it? You gonna miss
around. Straight moving furniture around.
Gonna miss.
Hey, and I'll pay out the fine jar for that one. I'm paying out the fine jar for that matchup, boy. For real.
But hey, man, yeah, man. No excuses for anybody. B Dirt, show up on time for work, pay, get your equipment working right, and I'll try to hit the unmute myself and stop background noise from happening for all that is listening.
Before we go forward, B Dirt and Pay, over under the Tate gets fined for this show. I need a score. Over under.
1.5. I'm going over.
There you go. B Dirt.
Oh,
I'll take the under.
There you go. Okay.
So I go over. I go over. I two times Pay saying I don't hit mute.
Yep.
Okay.
Tate is
corner time
on
on that Big G. Corner time on that Big G.
No bet. I just wanted to know. I just threw it out there. I ain't a fool.
You put the bet
you
out
at the
there,
controls, dog. You at the controls. I know better. This can get rigged real quick. He ain't gonna talk. He won't talk for 20 minutes. He won't talk for 20 minutes.
It don't matter. I gotta hit mute if I do. I'm muted, I mean. So you guys had a good Christmas, man.
Oh yeah, man. It was outstanding, man. Outstanding. Great time with family and friends, man. I still got some relatives that's still here right now that ain't left yet. So they still here and won't be pulling out till tomorrow. So we got something going on a little while.
You got something going on in a while?
A little bit. Something going on in a little bit.
Is they staying for after the 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Is that why we here early tonight?
Yeah, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, fellas. I appreciate it for sure. Can't say it. Can't talk about it.
Pay seemed like he ain't want to do this. He's like,
Pay
did talk about it?
Pay had to skip happy hour. Now you got unhappy Pay.
He got brown bag right there. He got the brown bag.
He likes to get it in and get it over with.
It's in the background. It's the brown bag right there. Come on, man.
Yeah. So
Tim Lyons, hey man. Tim Lyons that gave us a super chat, dog. Tate, I need a dedicated sign for Tim Lyons moving forward like Claude. I need a dedicated. We got to do something dedicated.
I bet.
Tim Lyons wants you fined, Big G, for your ridiculous takes.
Tim Lyons need to come on overtime like Mod do and apologize for that ridiculous mess he was talking about with Buffalo and Miami later on, and that mess he was talking about Dak is the MVP. You need to come on with your ridiculous takes, Tim Lyons. Talking about Dak MVP and all whatever.
Since Tim brought that up, I will say in overtime, when BG is gone, there's going to be some receipts read that are no longer valid.
Facts.
But well, as Big G, you be saying some ridiculous stuff too, man. Don't just put it on nobody else, man.
Yeah, I admit it. I ain't too proud to admit it. But all I'm saying is it ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun. Because, y'all call my Big G burners and all whatever else. Y'all pretty mild, man. Fellas, the homies, y'all pretty mild. But on some of them other shows, man, it's ridiculous. The bias is unreal on some of them other shows. It's unreal.
Who is? Who's Afton talking to? Who you talking to, Afton?
Not me. Not me. Not the kid. Not the kid. Oh, no.
I think it got to be you, Big G.
Oh, no. They talking about Dak Prescott. They talking about Dak. Yeah, that ain't me.
That was
no.
taking a lap and kicking rocks.
Yep.
It's gonna be 2024 before we even get to this football talk. I bet, huh?
Yeah, let's
that
go.
Was for Tim. Hey, Pay, we all coming back from a holiday, man. We just trying to warm up to this thing, man. It ain't too much football to talk about. The Ravens is the number 1 team in the NFL. That's why you want to jump into it. We'll get there. We'll give them
total facts.
We'll give them 60 seconds in the D block. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Hey, did y'all see? I know Big G saw it. Pay and B Dirt probably didn't see it. What he's talking about, the sign we got dedicated to Claude. Have y'all seen it yet?
I've not.
System overload.
Oh, that's not it, man.
I've seen that one.
I left it in the where I leave it, Big G?
Somewhere
in the pump your brakes room.
Yep, it sure is. Don't worry about it. We'll get it.
Oh, here it go.
I'm caught in the matrix. I'm caught in the matrix.
Caught in the matrix.
The Claude Bishop Matrix is the new name of it. Let me delete the other one. We get that one out here, Claude, because you got your own. It's like a memorial to Claude, man.
Yeah, caught in the matrix. He don't understand, but he will. I ain't gonna get him right now because he ain't in the chat, but he'll be in there in a minute.
I'm caught in the matrix. I'm caught in the matrix.
Yeah, man. It's okay. Pay always the one rushing things or not happy with things or something like that. Oh,
like, what?
We're not gonna get the football in 2024, huh?
Hey, I got a new sign for you to get a tape. There you go.
I'm the grumpy one. Wow.
Yeah. Because I heard you last week dressed like a Christmas ornament talking about Tate is not here. Well, he's back.
Dressed like a tree, not just an ornament, the whole darn tree.
That's a fine. That's a fine.
What's the fine? I don't got mute on. What's the fine?
Confusing a tree with an ornament. That's fine.
Oh, see,
$5.
now we're just indiscriminately making up stuff. You look like a green ornament. I didn't realize it was a tree, but I was watching from my phone in the airport. So, but you guys, you guys, that was real festive, man. Good job with the costumes and stuff. I got to watch a little more of the overtime. That was pretty good. So, yeah.
Nice.
But Big G, we're going to get into football now, man.
Let's go.
And we're going to jump right to the Steelers, man.
Yep.
Steelers got the Seahawks this weekend.
Yep.
But I got a question, Big G.
What's the question?
Next year, I mean, so I figure Mason got the rest of this season, right?
Facts. He got this season. It's his season. Both games.
Okay, so next season, the Steelers quarterback room.
Yep.
There's a lot of chatter going around, a lot of talk with some potential moves, some potential signings, potential trades, potential drafts. Pick a 3-man quarterback room, Big G. 3.
What is this?
You can get that ugly Russ picture right out of there. You can put a big old red X on that one right off the bat. So who's in the right? That's Mason. All right, Mason will be in there. KP8 will be in there. And that's Jaden Daniels in the left, or who is that in the left?
That's Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels will be there. It'll be Jaden Daniels, Kenny Pickett, and Mason Rudolph. I give it 60-40 because I don't know if Justin Fields is going to don that black and gold. I'll be happy if he did, but I don't think so. I think the Bears is going to draft Marv number 1 and keep it pushing.
Number 1?
Numero uno.
See, Big G, look how you got pay going on, man.
I could care less. I could care less. Marv going number 1, dog. He'll see. He gonna see the light in a minute. Unless they trade the pick, which they possibly could do. They possibly could trade the pick, but I doubt it.
I want to use this as exhibit A, why you need to be able to put other people than Mod into the matrix.
No, Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably going to go number one unless
He's not
Mod
going
or
to go number
Claude?
one.
Mod or Claude?
We'll see.
Claude, I'm sorry, Claude. But you
We'll
need to
see.
be able to put Big G in the matrix.
We'll see.
Well, Big G, go join Claude.
I'm caught in the matrix. I'm caught in the matrix.
Hey, man, I'm telling you right now, if they don't trade the pick, Marv's going number one.
Well, I would say they trade the pick.
I doubt if they trade the pick.
And I would say whoever picks number one is not picking Marvin Harrison number one. If you got number one, you're taking a quarterback.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the Bears do. We ain't here to talk about the Bears. We talking about the Steelers quarterback
But you
room.
us off on some off the side of the road. You broke the guardrails. We rolling down the hill. You took us there.
No. You asked me who I said was going to be in the room, and I said that the likelihood that Justin Fields is not going to be in black and gold. That's what I said.
Okay, so you
Right.
didn't have to go. You didn't have to go to the Bears taking Marvin Harrison number one. You try to interject 8 o'clock in this the best way you can.
So I got Jaden Daniels, Kenny Pickett.
Pay. Three-man quarterback room for the Steelers.
Pickett, Mason, and maybe a rookie. Maybe a rookie draft pick. I think you should. I think that's the best quarterback room that you got going into the next year. Pickett, Mason, and a rookie. The other guy that's in the quarterback room right now that I did not name, he should be in the USFL. And this other guy on your graphic in the bottom right, if you even entertain that, you're going to have a worse season next year than you had this year. Don't even do it.
Total facts. Total facts.
B Dirt, your turn.
Totally agree with Pay. I think you go Mason, Pickett, and then depending on where you end up picking, get the best rookie available. Or if they have somebody they think they can get in the second round, depending on who's there and who's available, maybe they end up doing that too.
Okay, my turn. And I'm going to explain to you guys where my logic is undeniable.
I think you deserve Russ, though.
You remember?
No.
You remember the iRobot movie where the big master computer? My logic is undeniable. Well, my logic is undeniable. Here we go. So, and everybody said bring Pickett and Mason back, and I can see bringing Mason back. I guess would you say the only reason we bring a Pickett back because he's the number one pick and this is his third year? Not anything to do with play, right?
Facts.
Right.
He's in the room.
Okay. So agreeing with you guys, I go Pickett and Mason. Now, if we can draft Jaden Daniels, I like that, but we probably will be picking like 18, 17, 18-ish. I don't know if he'll be there then. If he is, I like Jaden Daniels. Justin Fields, come on, Pay. Y'all come on over here and get this second round pick because y'all trading him. Y'all going to now. I'm not saying he's going to be a Steeler. He could be a Raider. He could be a Falcon. It's a few teams interested, but Justin Fields will not be a Bear, and that take is not hot as G's. But if the Steelers can get him, I like that. Russ. Y'all know I've said Russ isn't washed.
He's cooked.
I think
He's cooked.
he's not washed, he's cooked. Okay. I think Sean Payton looking for a scapegoat. That offense, I mean, they don't open the offense up at all in Denver. They just try and pound Javonte Williams and that who getting fined now?
For your take about Russ.
Oh man, come on, hold up
Keep going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Clickable signs. You
Go
got
ahead.
me looking at the mute icon to see if I'm muted, and y'all keep just doing not stuff that's correct. But Russ, now see Seattle. Denver's going to pay him $39 million next year to leave.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could theoretically get Russ for what you paying Mitch. So why not bring a veteran Super Bowl winning quarterback in to compete? Maybe Kenny wins it. Maybe Russ refine some he's lost the past 2 years, even though he got like 22 touchdowns and 8 or 9 interceptions, which is not bad. Like I said, Russ is a scapegoat for Sean Payton. Not that he's playing super great, but I think he'd be better than Mitch. He may be better than Mason. We see what Mason do this weekend. And Kenny still got to show something. So I could go with Mitch, Kenny, and any of the other three and be okay. I'm with Pay. Don't bring Mitch back. Send Mitch walking.
Russ is cooked, Tate.
Elaborations on that?
Russ is cooked.
Yeah, I got elaboration. G, what did you say a couple of weeks ago about where Justin Fields is ranked in quarterbacks?
About number 10, 11, somewhere around there.
And you think you can get a top 12 quarterback for a second round pick? If you think that you hide in Taylor Swift tickets,
I didn't say that.
He knows who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
He knows who I'm talking to. If you think you can get that for a single second round pick, you hide in Taylor Swift concert tickets.
Facts. Facts.
Russell Wilson was traded for 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and some more. And he was in his early 30s. Justin Fields is like 22.
And at the time, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's been to multiple playoffs. Justin Fields is 5-30 almost his record.
It's not about what you did 10 years ago. It's about how much you got left in the front of you. He's 22. He's 20. He hasn't even hit his prime yet. Russell Wilson was already out of his prime, and Seattle got a haul for him. You're not giving up a second round pick for a top 12 quarterback, no matter how you dice it.
Everybody in the live chat saying Russ is done.
He's cooked. Straight up gone.
I'll give you a second and a fourth for Justin Fields, Pay.
All right, let's move on.
Oh my Tate. So let me ask you this question. Why would we give up a first round draft pick for Justin Fields when we can go draft our own kid in the first round?
Because it's a kid and you setting the clock back. You setting the clock back to them being good again. The kid gonna take some time. Justin Fields needs a good offensive coordinator and good playmakers around him.
Don't have that either.
I think that your evaluation of this year's rookie quarterback class is not good.
Yeah, Justin Fields is better than all of them.
I don't think he is. I think there's at least 3 of them that's better than him.
I bet Pay thinks he's better than. I bet he'd rather keep Justin Fields.
Don't speak for me. Y'all keep going on.
There's 3 quarterbacks in this draft class that's better than Justin Fields. There's 3.
Name 2.
Caleb Williams and Drake May.
Name 3.
Let's keep moving. Let's keep going.
Name 3. Jaden Daniels. There's 3.
All right. Pay, would you rather have any of those quarterbacks over Justin Fields?
Caleb. That's it. Period.
Caleb. Okay. So in your world, the Bears can trade Justin Fields for a first and draft Caleb and have that first, and then you have the Fields first and have your own first. Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. So Big G, if the Steelers pick it at 18 and you can trade 18 for Fields, or you could get Jaden Daniels at 18, you going Jaden Daniels.
Absolutely.
And what's that do to your team next year? Are you ready with Jaden Daniels?
That's why I said I think that your evaluation of the rookie quarterbacks are not where it needs to be. These guys now who are legitimate NFL quarterbacks, not reaches like KP8 is or was. Well, he was a reach. I'm talking about legitimate NFL first-round draft picks.
Was he a reach? He went 20.
Oh, absolutely. The only team that gave him a first-round evaluation was the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's facts.
No,
he was not a reach. He was a reach.
I don't know that you're correct. I don't know that you're wrong. I know the Saints were looking at him. The Panthers were looking at him. A few teams looking at KP8 in the first round. They passed him because they picked like 7 and 9 and stuff like that.
NFL quarterbacks that hit the ground, that are coming out of college now, are going to hit the ground running, that are legitimate first-round players. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Caleb Williams, they're going to hit the ground running. They're ready to play out the gate.
Hit the ground running like Bryce Young?
No, Bryce Young. I listen. We can rewind the clock. I told y'all Bryce Young
Like
was not
CJ
ready,
Stroud.
and I told you he was going to get killed in the NFL because he's too dang on small. His stature is not going to let him be successful in the NFL. He's too tiny, and he's gotten killed this year. Every time he lines up a play against a legitimate defense, he gets injured. He can't. He's not going to survive at this level. And that's why the GM and the coach in Carolina got fired, because they had to listen to the owner who wanted Young over Stroud. Stroud was ready. He ready to roll off the rep. Heck, Will Levis, who we gave a horrible draft grade, has played serviceable as a rookie in the NFL. So, and he's not even that good. So I'm talking about guys that are NFL ready. Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, they ready to ride right now. Right now.
Okay. So the game, Big G, the Seahawks must-win game. Still want a chance, not make it, want a chance to make the playoffs. They have to beat Seattle.
Yep.
This is a battle between, I believe the second and the third longest tenured coaches in the league with Pete Carroll and Tomlin. Yep. Only Belichick's longer.
Facts.
So it's in Seattle, which they got the 12th man. It's a tough place to play.
Oh man.
How you see this game playing out, B Dirt? I'm going to be Dirt first.
So it's going to be a physical game. Both teams, I think, are very physical. I'm interested to see. The big question is, can Mason Rudolph play as well as he did last week? That secondary has been had at times, but the secondary for the Steelers, I think, I think that's someplace they could take advantage of them. I like their wide receivers. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. I give a slight edge to Seattle being at home and having that having the wide receiver advantage, I think, over the defensive backs. Slight, like I'm talking 2-3 points.
I like that. I think Seattle's favored by 3.5.
That hook could get him.
Yeah, Pay. How do you see it? Can Joey Porter take DK Metcalf out of the game?
No, absolutely not. The game is going to ride on what if Geno is closer to 100%. Their season started falling into a tailspin the second he got hurt. Not counting that miraculous win they had against, I believe it was, forget who it was on Monday night. But yeah, this game rides exactly on the Geno.
Right? Against the Eagles.
Yeah, it was the Eagles. It was the Eagles. As far as for Pittsburgh against Seattle, it's the same thing since week one. Which offense is going to show up? Seattle's not the worst defense in the world. They're not one of the best either. They're pretty much right in the middle as far as pass defense and rush defense. Jaylen Warren can break one or two explosive plays, but how many opportunities do you give him? Najee can have 45 yards on 20 carries. It's just always what one is going to show up. Can Mason resurrect that same type of consistent play downfield that he had last week against Cincinnati? Can he get George Pickens in the game, make him look like a superstar? Let's see if he can do it again. Seattle is definitely going to be watching. Witherspoon is not to be played with. He can definitely make some plays. Another thing, the defense. The defense had a great game last week against Cincinnati. Turned Browning back into a pumpkin. Crazy that they wear the same colors. So for Pittsburgh to win this game, they're going to need a lot of magic. They're going to need that magic to continue. But we've been asking this all season. Which Pittsburgh Steelers team is going to show up? And it's been a two up and down.
I think to our points here, I think it comes back down to the wide receiver and the quarterbacks because the Seahawks have the 28th ranked passing defense and the Steelers have the 29th.
That's total facts. Total
so
facts.
It's got to be whoever wins that quarterback wide receiver passing game, I think is going to be the winner, unless there's another thing where, you know, like Browning last week throwing the ball in the middle of nowhere for a pick, and he had 2 really bad picks. If you turn him over, then it could be something different. But other than that, I think the better passing team wins.
I agree with both of those takes, man. That's really good. I agree with both of them. But I think the Steelers got to win through the tight end, though. The tight end.
You know, every time Big G gives his take on game assessment all year, literally he says a tight end every week.
And when the tight ends are involved,
12,
11
they've
personnel.
never had that one game against Cincinnati. Farmers had 9 catches. Nobody's ever had 12 or 14 catches, or they haven't had 20 targets. I mean, I'm just saying.
Youth had 0 last week. And
Who
you
did?
guys, Fireman.
Yeah.
And you guys
0.
won in a route.
Yeah.
I'm just my observation is every time you break it down, it comes down to the tight end. But go ahead.
Because most teams play shell coverage against the Steelers. Some teams are crazy enough, based on the film that they watch, that they're saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers are garbage. I think that the Seattle Seahawks will probably do that same thing and go single high and dare Mason to throw the deep ball to Pickens and to Deontay. That's the deal. But if he's smart defensively, they will do what the film dictates, and they'll play shell coverage, which is 2 high, sometimes 3 high, and it make the Steelers go down the field short. So you got to dump the ball to the tight end, dump it in the seams. You got Devin Bush and freaking what's his name? The guy that went back from the Rams over there playing linebackers. Dog, Freiermuth and Mount Washington will eat all day and night against them. Devin Bush will get punished playing against the Steelers tight ends.
Bobby Wagner
and Freiermuth will get killed. I mean, and Bush will get killed playing against our tight ends. But the issue is going to be right now, Mason Rudolph is the quarterback that can read a defense. He's not going to force the ball. He's not going to go one read and take off. He's going to throw the ball to the correct guy. So the tight end has to be involved based on the dictation of the coverage. If the coverage is cover 2, cover 3, tight ends eat all day and night. If they go single high, he's going deep. That's how it works.
So what's your prediction for the game and your keys to the game?
This game.
The Steelers
only the tight ends?
No, the Steelers need a defensive touchdown, and Mason's got to continue to be accurate. That's if the Steelers get a splash play by Watt or Highsmith from a defensive standpoint, big time turnover, and then Mason continues to read the defense, and whatever they give up, you go to it. So if they go too high, hey, don't force it deep. Go underneath, run them inside routes, run the crossing routes, line up in 12 personnel. That's the key to win. But the quarterbacks we had playing in Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett is one read and take off. So Mason is a true serviceable NFL quarterback. He can read a defense. That's going to be the difference. And is DK Metcalf going to play the whole game? Because he's questionable right now. His back is jacked up. So he's a matchup nightmare. Nobody else on Seattle is like, I mean, Jackson Smith is pretty good. Lockett is pretty good, but they ain't killers. So I ain't worried about them like that.
Okay, G. I can respect that. So we'll talk about the score predictions and stuff at the end of this or overtime, whichever happens first. Be Dirt. What do you taking a timeout?
Yeah, we should take a break.
Oh man, time went fast. I guess
Sure did.
I guess Pay was right. We was waiting for 2024 to get started talking about football. So thanks, B Dirt. If you watching on YouTube, don't leave us. We're not going anywhere. We got to pay some bills for the audio side. We'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies Podcast on the Steel Curtain Network, brought to you by Fans First Sports Network. Again, I'm your boy Tate. We got the homies Big G, Dirt, and Pay talking about AFC North football, the Steelers. Jumping into the Bengals, I want to know from B Dirt, what the Bengals need to happen to make the playoffs, B Dirt?
Oh, because of our terrible AFC record, we need the stars to align. We do have some tiebreakers if we get to straight up. All right, so we need the Texans not to make it, the Broncos not to make it, and the Steelers not to make it in order for us to have an opportunity to jump in there. If one of those teams make it in, then it kind of ruins it because it goes to the AFC and divisional records. Of course, we are terrible at. So
you need all those teams to finish 9-8, to finish losing their last two.
Yeah, we have to be able to we have to have a better record than all of those teams.
Yeah, so not having a tiebreaker sucks. The Steelers put themselves in that position with Texas, the Texans, with Jacksonville, and with the Colts. All the AFC South teams they lost to in this, so they don't have the tiebreaker.
Total facts.
Yeah, I think we're around a 13% chance to get in or something along those lines. Nope, 19% chance. So
okay. So my other question regarding the Bengals is, will Jake Browning get back to 3-game winning streak, Jake?
Well, I expect him to be somewhere in between. I don't think he's the guy that started off with the highest completion percentage of anybody that's thrown for 1,000 yards in 4 games, in his first 4 games. But I also don't think he's a guy that throws 3 picks in 1 game. I think he's somewhere in the middle. You're going to get those kind of weird games. The one that he threw first, he said he was trying to throw out of the back of the end zone. That's a terrible decision. He'd throw it in the 3rd row, anywhere past the first down marker. I don't understand what he was doing. So I expect him to be somewhere in the middle, a much better game than last week, but I don't expect him to be over the top incredible.
Makes sense. So, well, here's wishing luck to the Bengals, because the same player, except us losing, we need some of the same teams to lose that you do. I don't think both games. I think 1 game. We need I have the thing here. We can.
Yeah.
With ours, I think we need some teams to win both, or some teams to lose both, and some teams to lose 1 if another team wins 2, like vice versa. So
yeah, well, you guys,
it's a lot. It's convoluted. Ours is very convoluted.
Yeah, all the Steelers need is a combination of 2. They need a combination of 2. And they win 2. They win 2 in a combination of 2.
Yeah, they're gonna get a loss from the Texans or the Colts because they play each other.
Exactly.
I like the Raiders to beat the Colts.
Yeah.
And possibly Tennessee beating either Jacksonville or the Texans. I think they play again.
Yep. Buffalo, 2 losses by Buffalo could help us too, tremendously. If Buffalo loses too, but I doubt if that happens.
Yeah,
I think the real key to our game though is going to be, can we block Chris Jones and Karlaftis? I don't know that we can, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, hey, it's turmoil in Kansas City though. It's turmoil, man. There's a lot going on out there, man.
There is, but I mean, as long as you got Patrick Mahomes, you got a puncher's shot. You know what I mean? You never know when that light bulb turns over.
That's facts. That is facts.
Tim is right. He said Jags are doomed. Lawrence is out this Sunday.
Yeah, that's big.
But they play the Panthers. I think they systematically and strategically resting him this week against the Panthers, who I think I'm thinking they can beat them. Hey, Pay, you there?
I didn't go nowhere.
Oh, I didn't know if you was R2D2. I didn't hear you.
He ready for that fine, boy. He ready.
Hey, the Browns. We'll get to your Ravens. I told you they get 60 seconds in the D block. But the Browns, man, Is Joe Flacco on another Super Bowl run type Joe?
No.
Hey, he lit the Jets up last night. The Jets was the last team to cut him, and he lit them up last night, man.
Good. Well, I mean, Joe Flacco wasn't that good in the season where he did win the Super Bowl. So,
but
if
in that run, I said in that run,
in that playoff run, he ain't got to the playoffs yet. He was what?
But
I think he was
there.
11-0.
They're there.
11-0, 11 touchdowns and no interceptions. I think in that playoff run, if I'm not mistaken. That one Hail Mary that he got bailed out on by Jacoby.
In Denver. Yeah, that was Jacoby Jones.
But Tate, you're right.
Miracle.
You're right. The Browns are in, no pay. The Browns are in.
But they haven't played a game yet. That's the point I was making. I mean, you can't argue wins or losses. Say what?
Can I give you a nugget? The best stat I've seen so far, because you're right, he has beaten some bad teams. Right now, he's got 13 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He's got 10 touchdowns and 1 interception against man coverage, and against zone, he's got 3 touchdowns and 7 picks.
Ooh.
The league's going to figure that out.
But B Dirt, the teams that he got to play, even left in the regular season and in the playoffs, their primary man-to-man coverage defenses. Them boys play man. Kansas City play man. Baltimore plays man. Miami plays man. They don't play that much too deep, too shell.
Well, the Browns.
Baltimore played all zone last week.
Yeah, Baltimore can play man, but they like mix up their coverage. I don't know. It's not a typical man defense. No,
they played almost all zone last week against the 49ers. I watched that. I watched a lot of that recap in detail because I'm very interested in it because Pay keeps telling me how good they are and I keep not betting them. So I went to research because I think the 49ers and the Dolphins run a similar offense as far as motion and things of that nature. So I was interested in how they do it. And what they're doing is they're rolling man coverage to the weak side, and they're rolling a heavy zone to the strong side, and trying to take out the middle of the field by getting their linebackers deep. And they have 2 linebackers that are athletic enough to do it.
Yeah, they can run. They can straight up run like deer. Queen and Smith, they can run.
Yeah. Sorry, Tate. We took it off the rails again.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm used to it. I mean, Pay was saying about Flacco, and Steelers for life said Browns to the toilet bowl. I was talking to a Cleveland Browns fan because I have a lot of them in my immediate circle that, I hope we make the playoffs. We the Steelers, you guys made it. Congratulations. And if the Steelers don't make it, I'm rooting for you. I'm not hating on the Browns.
Facts.
I mean, they can go ahead and have a good season as long as it doesn't affect us. If we run into them, of course I want them to lose. But if I'm just picking from a team in the AFC and the Steelers aren't in it, why not the Browns? To me.
Yeah, I'm happy for their fan base for sure. Like I've been there, done that. I've been the redhead stepchild in the fan base. But I think it's fool's gold. I don't think they can make noise in the playoffs.
Okay. I'm not saying they can or can't, but Pay, I'm talking about specifically Flacco. Is he capable? You say no to? No.
Okay. Long answer, no. To further expound on what B was talking about, his stats, he is below average completion percentage. He's been what happened?
Over under.
I thought it was the dogs.
Quadruple fun.
You see how I tried to pass the buck?
I ain't trying to do nothing on the dogs. We already know that.
That's my sister-in-law. I'm not at home. If I was at home, I could do something with the dogs. But yeah, so I try and push mute, but I don't want to forget to hit unmute. But I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus. Go ahead, Pay.
What was I saying? Oh, he's below average in his completion percentage. He's he's close to below average in every other metric out there. He's just been bailed out a lot by broken coverages. He hasn't been, I mean, this schedule's been pretty soft this last 5 weeks, but take nothing away from them. They're winning games, and you usually give the most credit to winning games to the quarterback. So, again, no shade to him. He's 38. He was on the practice squad pretty much all season, and he's coming out 4-1. So, if I make a larger point to just more so than Cleveland, them making the playoffs with 4 different quarterbacks, that's outstanding. That's outstanding. I was flat out wrong about them going into this season. Props to them.
First time in merger history, he said.
I think their coach might win Coach of the Year.
No.
Why would he not?
Because there's a guy in Houston with 8 wins with a rookie quarterback, rookie coach with a rookie quarterback, 8-6. What's their record down there in Houston?
It's 8-6.
What's the Browns' record?
10-5. 10
They end up with
11-5.
They can end up with 13 wins.
They get up with 12 wins.
12 wins.
They played last night.
12. They can end up with 12 wins. Hey, and he lost Nick Chubb and Deshaun Watson. Man, that boy won with smoking mirrors.
Losing Deshaun Watson, ain't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah,
Ex Houston
He's been upset about that lost Chubby all year.
Facts.
They've got pills for that.
Yeah.
Your boy's in the building.
I'm caught in the matrix. I'm caught in the matrix.
I seen him over there.
What's up, Claude? Welcome.
They're happy you're here too, boy. They're happy you're in there.
I guess I would say you late, Claude, but you're really not late. If you didn't know, we just jumped him early. It's all because of Big G.
What?
Claude showing up at 8:00. He's early for regular time.
Yeah, he's and listen, you see Big G's wearing his black and gold today, disguising why we're on early. You can't get around it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows better, Big G.
Hey man, I was told I can't talk about it, man. So let's just keep it pushing. I was told I cannot talk about what's happening at 8, about a little bit after 8:00. So I'd rather just keep it pushing.
Hey, Big G.
Yes, sir.
So the Baltimore Ravens destroyed the 49ers.
Mollywopped them.
And, I mean, I saw it coming, man. I'm here with some family. I made a bet. They hadn't, they thought I had seen Baltimore more because of where I live. And I said, well, yeah, but I know Lamar was 19-1 or something like that against NFC teams. And he did them in. So 2 questions, Big G. Is Baltimore now the best team in the NFL going to the playoffs?
In my opinion,
hey, this is your question.
Facts. The Baltimore Ravens is the best team in the NFL. They done shown that they can whoop anybody anytime. Now, saying all that, they got one more hurdle to go this week because they just played the game of the year in the NFL, San Francisco against them. Now they got to play the game to win the conference. They got to play against the Miami Dolphins, and the winner of this game, whether we like it or not, if Tua blows up and beats Baltimore, Tua's in the MVP conversation. Lamar can seal the deal with the dub. If they win, he gets the dub. He's the MVP, and the Baltimore Ravens got home field through the whole playoff, and it's going to be hard to beat. So Baltimore is the best team, without a shadow of a doubt.
If Baltimore beats Miami, then next week they play the Steelers. Do they pull some starters?
They rest everybody. They rest everybody that's got a little aching injury or something where they're halfway. They're not taking any chances to get anybody hurt for a run. They're going to rest everybody. But I'm going to let the resident Baltimore Raven fan Pay. I think Pay agrees with probably 100% of those last 2 takes. Oh, he got it again. He got it. The over-under, he just lost the over-under, man. What the heck, man? You lost the over-under.
Tate's going under and Payne's going over. I love it.
Goodness. Pay, you lost it. I gave you I lobbed it up perfect like a volleyball lob, dog. And you blew it on the over-under, man. Come on, man.
My bad.
So you gonna answer the question?
To your opinion about the Ravens, man, not bad for running back, Lamar, leading the MVP race. Those what you call it? The Rat Birds, as I've been told. Number one team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Went out there cross country into the Bay Area on Christmas Day, demolished the former MVP front runner and Brock Purdy.
No. Don't you start that.
You said it. You said it.
We're gonna talk about that on overtime.
Okay.
All right. Keep going.
Just saying, yeah. Nothing else could be said. They've proved it. I've been saying it. Go out there and prove it. And they went out there and did it.
Total facts. The Ravens, hey man, the Ravens ain't nothing to play with come to playoffs, man. They ain't nothing to play with. I can't stand them, but I gotta respect them. And that's the
I remember when right after they traded for Roquan last year on the Homie Show, I said they're going to the Super Bowl.
You did. Facts.
Injuries prevented that to happen last year. It just so happens they're not injured right now. I wonder why that is. But
there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that.
Yeah. So they're on their way.
Yeah.
For those of you listening to a podcast, Penny gave a little money sign. Somebody got their bread and they coming to work now.
Got the bag, boy. Got the bag. It is in the building.
So, Tate, I got a question for you. I don't know what you got left on your docket, but Big G's not going to be here for the overtime. Are you going to be
I'll be here
Tate?
for part of it.
Why not?
I'll be part of it. Not all of it. Part of it.
All right, because I want to know when we're going to do our picks.
You can call it out, and I'll be watching it in the text, and I'll send it to you in the live chat. I got you.
No,
I've already randomized them. We can run through them real quick.
I like that, B-Dirt. I think I'll get you guys set up. I'm going to have people coming in here being noisy during that time between. So let's just go ahead and do our picks now.
You want to do all of them or just you and G?
Oh, me and G can do it. You and Pay can do yours. But give us the records now, then me and G can make our picks.
Let me see those records.
Be there, run the games, dog, while we running
All
on
right.
the clock.
G, we're going to start with you. Lions at the Cowboys. Cowboys are -5.5, over under 52. So Lions are favored by, Cowboys are favored by 5.5.
You already know, dog. 3-1-3. Detroit against everybody. Get the Dallas Cowboys and trash Dak Prescott up out of here. I said 3 weeks ago.
All right. So then we go down to Tate. We got Tate. Falcons at Bears. Bears -2.5. The over under in this game's 38.
Falcons at Chicago?
Correct.
I like the Bears, man.
Yeah, Chicago favored by 2.5.
I like Justin Fields covering, beating his new team. So yeah.
All right. A little bit of an interview process. I like it.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
Ooh, Big G. You get both of it's probably the 2 games of the week. Dolphins at Ravens. Ravens are favored by 3.5 point, over under 47.
Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens for the win.
All right.
What? What's wrong, Pay? I messed it up.
They're going to lose now, man. Thanks, G.
Yeah.
Tate, you got the Panthers at the Jaguars. Jags favored by 4. That game went from a 7.5 to a 4 with the announcement of Lawrence being out.
Man, I like to I like the Panthers rally with no Trevor Lawrence. I like Bryce Young to come in there. And besides, as a fan with rooting interest for the Steelers, I need the Jaguars to lose. So why not? Give me the Panthers with the 4 points that they getting.
All right, you got it. All right, G, you got the Rams at the Giants. The Rams are favored by 5.5 points.
Rams is fighting to get in the playoffs. Give me the Rams to cover.
I like that game too.
Yeah.
All right, Tate, you got the Steelers at the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 3.5, over under 41 in that game.
I got the Steelers at the Seahawks.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Tate.
Man. Again.
Come on, man.
Again, if I just went with my rooting interest the last game with the sorry Carolina Panthers, what am I going to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road against the 12th man? I'm going to take the Steelers, man.
There you go.
I like the
There you
offense to keep it going. Mason scored 34 points last week.
Facts.
We haven't been in 30s in a long time. I'll be happy if you get 27 this week.
Get the dub. Get the dub.
All right,
That's
and
all that
last but
matters.
not least, G, you've got the Bengals at the Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by, the Chiefs are favored by 6.5.
Give me the Chiefs to cover. I'll take the Chiefs to cover 6.5.
Big G, you just had this Bengals going to the playoffs a week ago.
Hey, man, it's all over with.
It was all good just a week ago. Hello, G. It was all good just a week ago.
It's all over with, man.
Hey, the culture and everything be dirty.
I didn't say the culture was trash. I didn't say the culture was trash. I'm just saying that the Chiefs
trash. You jumped off though. The culture gone like they can't pull together.
I'm not saying, but I think there's some stuff going on, and I think that Andy Reid is about to circle the wagons, man. And he let it be known a little bit last week on the sideline.
This more about Kansas City than Cincinnati.
Yes, it's time for them to do what they do. It's time for my homeboy to do what he do.
I ain't mad at you. All right. Well, thanks, B Dirt. Pay, you got the records?
No, still tabulating.
He thought he had to break. Listen, in defense of Pay, he thought he had to break in between the two to tabulate. It's probably his routine. I messed it up. That's my apologies. I'll eat that. Listen to it, and we'll tell you on overtime.
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, man, my last question was 2 questions. We got about 3 minutes. Pay, yes or no? We don't need any of the homie bloviating that we all do. Lamar Jackson MVP. Oh, yeah, you bloviate too. Go ahead, man. Yes or no? No seed. See, that's a word. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Tyrant Tate is back. But you know what? You guys can drive the whole ship however you want on the overtime. So, hey, Big G.
Sir.
Hey, man, we talked about TJ Watt. You sent the message in the chat, right?
Yep.
TJ Watt, only 2 other players have had 17 sacks, 16 tackles for loss, 30 QB hits, 4 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries in the same season. That's TJ's big bro.
Yep.
And that's Jared Allen, the former Minnesota Viking.
Facts. Total facts.
How can TJ not be favored for defensive MVP? DPOY.
Because the NFL is biased. The NFL is biased against TJ Watt. That's why.
Hey, wait. Better more than your answer. Let's find out why Pay is laughing. Pay, why are you laughing?
It's just funny when G calls somebody else biased. It's hilarious. It gets me every time.
The NFL bias.
NFL's biased against the Steelers.
TJ Watt is listen, he gets held. They need to come up with a new penalty called offensive tackling because he gets held every play. Every dang on play he get held. Every play. So, but I think he's gonna do enough. What they said.
Nah, I'm saying Pay. Well, what Pay got to say?
Yeah, he already know. They bias. And
somebody faxing with Big G.
Oh, it's a lot going on. It's a lot.
While
It's
Pay
more
over
than
there
him.
snickering and chuckling.
It's more than him. It's a whole bunch over there, Tate. You got to get that right. Get them facts up, dog.
I mean,
There's some
oh,
other ones over there.
I'm just going to give you some of what he's got here. Defensive Player of the Year 2021, 3-time first team All-Pro, second team All-Pro once, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Deacon Jones Award winner, NFL Force Fumble co-leader, Butkus Award winner, all-rookie team. Yeah.
That sounds a lot biased, doesn't it, G?
Man,
doesn't it, B? That sounds pretty biased, right?
They won't give him any props, huh?
It's the benefit of the doubt. It's the Michael Jordan scenario. It's the LeBron James scenario. They're supposed to do it. It's the Shaquille O'Neal scenario. They're supposed to overcome if you tackle them. That's not football. That's not football.
B Dirt and Pay. Why is he not favored? He leads in sacks by 4 sacks over everybody. And you know what?
The record. It can break the record.
I don't know if he gets 6 sacks. He needs 6.5, 7 to break the record. But I will say what he will get. He will be the first player in NFL history to lead the NFL in sacks 3 times. Nobody's done that.
That's total facts.
Nobody's done that. So Pay and B Dirt, why doesn't he deserve to be DPOY odds on favorite in Vegas?
Well, I didn't say deserve had anything to do with it. I don't think sports is a meritocracy. It could be something about where the Pittsburgh Steelers rank as a defensive unit versus where the Cleveland Browns rank as a defensive unit. It could have something to do with it.
Who's more important to their team, Myles Garrett or TJ Watt? I mean, you can look at the record for that.
No, I do believe TJ Watt's more important because he's not playing with the type of support group that Myles is this year. However, don't think that is a factor at all. I think, basically as B Dirt laid out, he's done it before. And Myles Garrett is having a terrific season. Not saying that Myles Garrett or TJ Watt, not saying Myles Garrett, but not saying TJ Watt doesn't have a legit argument, but it does. I do believe those two things play into each other. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense for a long time of the season was pretty bad. The Cleveland Browns they've been up there from jump.
Let me take you back to early September and even a month ago. Who was more impactful in their games against each other, TJ or Myles Garrett?
Let's see. Who was more impactful in one game to decide an 18-week award? Let me think.
Well, man, we got to talk about head-to-head matchups, don't we? In that fair?
Do we?
Defensive ends, they don't block each other. They don't go man-to-man like.
No, they don't, but you still pull up the stat. TJ Watt had a game-winning touchdown against the Browns. Oh, Big G, I don't know. It sounded like it, though, man.
It's biased.
I mean, I just don't know how you could lead the league in sacks. You could this season, I just told you, only 3 guys had the season he's having. And you can be the only person to ever lead this league in sacks 3 times. And Myles Garrett got 13 sacks. The Browns are a cute story. Myles Garrett is a beast, but he's not DPOY or TJ Watt, in my humble opinion.
I think they're giving it to him because the overall defensive play is better. But all that said, I don't think that it should be a -110 for Garrett, a +600 for TJ Watt with Micah Parsons in between. I don't even think Micah Parsons at this point, I don't even know if he gets the Defensive Player of the Year in his own team.
Right.
Facts.
You're right, B Dirt. So I just want to have a discussion, man, but we about to get on out of here, man. Pay B Dirt, y'all gonna be on OT. I'm gonna show up for the first 3 or 4 minutes and get out of there. Big G.
Yeah.
Man, happy New Year, brother. What you got going on? Not tonight. Yeah. What you got going on coming in 2024, Big G, with FFSN and everything you do? We don't want to know what you're doing tonight, Big G.
I ain't saying nothing about tonight.
Friday.
Hey, so listen, we're going to be doing some expansion projects with the Level Up podcast on Fans First Sports Network. We've been asked by FFSN to rev it up, and we're going to, because they like the content that's out there. So make sure you check out the Level Up podcast, which possibly is going to be going 3 or 4 days a week starting in 2024. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Make sure for sure you check out That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast. 2024 is more about basketball, shifting a little bit for me and Tate Boy Fresh and Relly Hall. So we'll be having multiple podcasts up available on FFSN. And the Know-It-Alls will officially be on FFSN in 2024. We got to sign on the dotted line. So they'll all be available on FFSN, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And don't forget to come back to the Homies Podcast every Friday and overtime. And on Pump Your Brakes on Wednesday with me, the Triple OG, and Tate Boy Fresh. Because we get it in, bro.
That's it. Okay. Well, thanks, Big G. For myself, thanks for checking us out this evening on the Homies Podcast. Every Friday with just a group of good guys. One of which gets on my nerves. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm sure the other guys know who that guy is. But happy New Year's, fellas. Merry belated Christmas. B Dirt and Pay will be back on OT here in about, let's say, 8:20. It's 8:06 now.
We get a drive. That means we're doing some off-road and come over to OT off-roading style.
There you go, man. No. Nobody to be a tyrant and take control and keep the train on schedule. So who knows what's going to happen?
Look out now.
But yeah, man, I'll be back. I'll be back next week from the cozy confines of home. Big G, I told you, oh man, I got my new desk, my new 2050 desk. You saw it, Big G.
Yes, nice.
They coming to put it together on Tuesday. So for the show next week, I have it, and it has like a second level. I'm gonna have my big TV on it right in front of me, man, where I can be looking at stuff while we doing the show. Yep. It's gonna be great. I got new headphones. Big G, my headphones, man, the other day. Remember when I had that little R2D2 moment with them? Yeah, you was doing like somebody else on the podcast. Yeah, they jumped over and connected to my phone. They connected to my phone, man. Yeah. So I gotta just turn Apple my phone Bluetooth off. No. See, that's why we talk about you, Big G. I mean, nobody brought up all y'all got Androids. I didn't say Android was trash. You just throw the hot take out there. Yep. But fellas, thanks, man. And we'll be back with you guys next week on the Homies. If you're not doing nothing, you got time before you gotta do what you gotta do at 8:30. Check out the Homies OT, man. B Dirt and Pay. I'm sure it's gonna go in. You'll get to hear our records. I don't know. I'm really curious. I'm sure I'm still winning, but I wasn't here last week, so Big G could have made up a lot of ground. So, or any of them could have made up a lot of ground. But hey, so until next week, Pay, B Dirt, anything before I hit the outro music and get out of here?
Nah, let's go off-roading.
Let's go off-roading. Until next week on the Homies. Oh, wait, no, Pay got to take us home, don't he?
Lock him up.
Hey,
Arrest Brett Favre.
All right, y'all. 10 minutes.